These are your top stories at this hour. The remains of a South African soldier killed in the DRC have been handed over to his family. Matriculants from the independent schools are celebrating their sterling performance. Good evening, I'm Faith Mangope. This is eNews Direct.
Hello and welcome. I'm William Lahong.
To comment on these stories, you can find us on Twitter and on Facebook at eNews Direct.
You can also track our main stories using the following hashtags SANDF and Matric 2016.
The remains of a South African soldier killed in the DRC have been received in a ceremony at the Matric Air Force Base. Mwalusi Mukhotu died during a gun battle with rebels earlier this month. The rifleman served as a member of the United Nations Stabilization Mission. A ceremonial parade was held at the Air Force Base a short while ago. The SANDF says Mukhotu was a hero who paid the ultimate price while contributing to peace on the continent. His name will be inscribed on a wall of remembrance.
The South African National Defence Force today salutes Rifleman Mukhotu as he becomes counted amongst many other South African heroes on this continent. The South African National Defence Force will inscribe his name on the wall of remembrance and acknowledge him as a hero who paid the ultimate price whilst contributing towards peace, stability, and prosperity in the continent.
Matriculants from independent schools are celebrating today with a pass rate of over 98%. Pupils say hard work as well as motivation from teachers and parents played a big role in their success. The Independent Examinations Board has achieved its best results to date. We caught up with some of the top achievers.
Toasting to new beginnings, boys from St. John's College in Johannesburg have achieved a total of 445 distinctions. And among the school's top achievers is Kwezi Silamulela. The 18-year-old is one of the school's centenary scholarship recipients, awarded to pupils from disadvantaged backgrounds.
I've always been working hard, studying hard, playing sports, trying to just generally participate as much as I can. And then in grade 11, grade 12, that's when I knew I had to crack the book.
Silamulela's classmate, Sango Sotikwa, is the leader of the St. John's Pack with 8 distinctions, including a 99% mark in mathematics.
It's a lot of work, and I think where most people sort of lose it is they think that it's you just start working before finals, but it's actually constant work.
On the other side of town, the school's successes continue to grow, with 202 distinctions, including several in isiZulu. It's the school's best results to date.
I've done isiZulu since grade 4, and one distinction that I really wanted was that distinction. But overall, I feel I'm shocked. I'm trying to process everything.
These 4 simply couldn't hide their excitement after scoring 30 distinctions between them. And for those who want to do well next year, some words of wisdom from a top achiever.
Matric starts in grade 11, so you really need to put your foot down from the beginning of grade 11. and begin building those portfolios that really amount to a lot, especially towards your finals.
With the stress of Matric firmly behind them, these pupils are now looking forward to the next stage of their lives, university. Leranzo Temba, Johannesburg.
It's going to cost much more to top up your tank come the start of the new year. Fuel prices are set to increase significantly on Wednesday. You'll be paying between 48 and 50 cents more for a litre of petrol, while diesel will go up by 37 and 39 cents a litre. The Energy Department has blamed higher oil prices for the hefty hikes. The Automobile Association is warning 2017 will be a tough year for motorists. As we celebrate the new year, there's likely to be fireworks. Emergency services say we should stay safe during that time.
It will be celebrations and fireworks as the new year is ushered in. Authorities say safety is a paramount.
Firstly, make sure that you're using your fireworks in a safer area, away from buildings, public places, away from areas where there might be explosion, areas like filling stations. And also make sure that there's no young children around that area. They are just watching the display from a distance.
Emergency services are also urging everyone to take necessary precautions before using fireworks.
Away from the buildings, you make sure that you read the safety precautions. Use only under close adult supervision. Place it on a level surface. Do not hold it on the hand. Light the fuse and get away. So from there you put it on the floor, on the flat surface, and then from there you'll use your match to ignite it there, and then from there you can move away from it safely. Then you can watch what happens while the firework ignites.
Emergency services will be on standby. They are wishing revelers a happy new year. Ditiro Selepe, Johannesburg.
Hosts of the Tweede Nuwe Jaar Carnival say they're ready to host a colourful parade through the mother city. The Kaapse Carnival Association is expecting thousands of spectators to flood Cape Town's CBD. Over 50 tripods are expected to descend on the city despite a recent court battle.
With just a pocket here or some sequins there, the final touches are being put on costumes for various troops participating in Cape Town's annual Tweede Nuwe Jaar Carnival. It's been a bumpy ride. The previous hosts, the Cape Town Minstrel Carnival Association, headed to the Western Cape High Court after failing to secure a permit and funding from the city. This year's hosts, the Kaapse Carnival Association, say they are ready for the event despite the court battle.
We are very experienced in running these kinds of events. The fundamental message in this year's carnival is that this is a carnival for the people.
And they are hoping to bridge the gap between rich and poor.
It's an opportunity and a medium to allow the most marginalized of the city into the most beautiful precincts of the city that is globally renowned as one of the best.
Costume makers are working hard to finish in time for the event. Most are pros after sewing for decades.
For the love of the sports, my husband's been into this. Made 1 year I had to make him a suit because he wanted me, and I was working in a factory, so he wanted me to do the costumes for him.
Others are using the event as a chance to unite the community.
We try to share the gear so everybody can get, and we get the people in to help, teach them, those that can't sew, we try to teach them how to sew.
The city of Cape Town is playing its part by providing security for the event. RT Narsi, Cape Town.
After the break, the diplomatic standoff between Russia and the United States intensifies.
We have been following this campaign with attention.
Welcome back. Now, Russia will not be expelling U.S. diplomats from its shores. President Vladimir Putin says he'd rather wait for the new American administration to come into power. Yesterday, U.S. President Barack Obama expelled 35 Russian diplomats for Moscow's alleged interference in the U.S. elections. Moscow has dismissed the claims as baseless.
Barack Obama's parting shot to the Kremlin. sanctions on 9 Russian individuals and entities for alleged cyber attacks on the US election system. These include the Russian spy agency, FSB, and the military intelligence unit, the GRU, believed to be behind the alleged cyber hack. Russia maintains the alleged interference in US elections are groundless. On Friday, Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov proposed a tit-for-tat expulsion of 35 American diplomats.
Yesterday, the U.S. administration, without presenting any evidence or proof, announced the new wave of sanctions. We cannot leave such steps unanswered. Reciprocity is a law of diplomacy and international affairs.
But in a statement, President Vladimir Putin said they won't expel anyone and would wait for the actions of the new administration. Putin has instead invited diplomats and their families to a party in Russia. What's arguably the strongest response yet to the alleged state-sponsored cyber attack also appears to have boxed in President-elect Donald Trump. Trump has previously expressed skepticism that Russia meddled in the elections. But as the new U.S. Commander-in-Chief, everyone will be looking to him for the next move.
Rescue efforts are continuing after a mine collapse in East India. At least 7 bodies have been retrieved from the rubble, with dozens others still trapped. A pile of mine waste collapsed at the site run by state-owned company Coal India Limited. Police are investigating the collapse and the cause of it. Security has been tightened across several European capitals ahead of New Year's celebrations. This comes after last week's attack on a Christmas market in Berlin, which left 12 people dead. German police have now barricaded the Pariserplatz Square in front of the landmark Brandenburg Gate. About 1,700 additional officers and armored vehicles will patrol a party strip in the area. William, the city of Johannesburg bids farewell to 2016 with song and dance tomorrow. A carnival parade makes its way through the inner city from Kotze Street in Hillbrow to Mary Fitzgerald Square in Newtown. Crowds are expected to gather from 4 p.m. to usher in the new year. Organizers say the fun-filled evening is expected to last until 5 a.m. Soweto residents won't miss out either. They can join the countdown to 2017 at the Soweto Theatre from midday. No fireworks, alcohol, cooler boxes or weapons are allowed in the venues. As IEB matriculants celebrate their results, the wait is still on for DBE pupils, with results only coming out on Wednesday. On social media, users are congratulating pupils for results, while others are saying we shouldn't forget the inequality between the two education systems. For more on these stories, you can find us on Twitter and on Facebook at eNews Direct, or go onto our website at enca.com/direct. Coming up after the break. We find out which song will be the top contender to usher in the new year. That story and more when we return. Welcome back. Now, which hit song will usher you into the new year?
Well, our reporter Nontobeko Sbisi is at the Durban coast and she's got some of your predictions. Take a look.
As we count down to 2017, the big question run about this time is what will be the song to usher many South Africans into 2017? But better yet, what will be some of the dance moves most here will be pulling? We hit the beachfront in Durban to find out. Manje ngitshela njengoba kuzofika u2017 mawucabanga iliphi iculo esongena ngalo kulonyaka. Athi ugabe isikolo right lona lelo. Yeah, li right lona ngoba limnandi and laswazi usijayivisa. Indaba kuzobe lona ehlukanisa unyaka. Hayi phela lingenile lona ku festive eyalo. Hale ilale wavuka ekseni awazulale.
Akulale uma unemali uDr Malinga.
Indaba usho njalo?
Hayi ngoba vele uma unemali akulale.
So we're nearing closer to 2017. What's your song for the year?
Fake Love by Drake.
And for you?
Definitely One Dance by Drake as well.
Depends what Nduduzo Makatini is playing at the Chairman where I'm mixing sound tonight. And whichever song he chooses will be the one that I'll be going woo because he's great.
Any dance moves in particular you guys will be pulling on the dance floor?
Dabbing.
No two-stepping, guys. No two-step.
Coming up next is Louis with your weather forecast.
Welcome to the Weather Centre, everyone. Today brought very high temperatures to the western interior of the country. Many places rose into the high 30s and low 40s over the Cape provinces. And during the daytime heat, thunder showers popped up over parts of the Northern Cape, the Free State, as well as around the Drakensberg. And after a couple of very wet days over Limpopo and Mpumalanga, it remained mostly cloudy over those areas, and there were still a few showers persisting in the area. Let's take a look at your forecast for New Year's Eve. And in KwaZulu-Natal, it's going to be mostly hot and dry. In the afternoon, a couple of thunder showers could develop over the western mountains of the province. For the Eastern Cape, we see similar conditions, a very hot afternoon all across the interior. Some parts of the Karoo will experience temperatures in the low 40s, and there could be a couple of thunder showers in places inland. Dry weather all across the Western Cape. A heat wave continues for the interior, where we see temperatures around the 40-degree mark for the Karoo. And crossing over into the Northern Cape, it's going to be another extremely hot day for some parts of the province, and there is a possibility for isolated storms around Kimberley and Postmasburg. Thunder showers will also be patchy for the Free State on Saturday afternoon and evening. Harrismith gets to a high of 29 degrees, and there could be a chance for a couple of thunder showers as well in the northwest. It will be a hot afternoon across the province. Much of the thunder activity should be over by the early evening hours. A couple of patchy showers up in the northern parts of Limpopo. Dry for Polokwane as well as the rest of the central parts. Bela Bela climbs to 31. And into Mpumalanga, there could be a few thunder showers on the Highveld. Only about a 30% chance for that area, but very hot, humid and dry weather expected into the Lowveld. Crossing over into Gauteng, and there'll be a few thunder showers popping up for the southern and central parts of the province, and a dry New Year's Eve expected for Pretoria with a maximum of 31. Looking ahead to New Year's Day, when very hot weather is expected for almost all of South Africa. A few thunder showers into the interior, but dry along the coastline. And as we head into Monday, we're expecting wet weather to develop over the western interior as well as towards the southern coastline. But it's going to be a very hot and dry day over the eastern half of the country.
Well, here's a recap of your main stories. The remains of a South African soldier killed in the DRC have been handed to his family. Matriculants from the independent schools are celebrating their sterling performance. Well, that's a wrap from the eNews Direct team.
Your favorite drama, Rhythm City, is coming up next.
To share your views, you can send an email to enewsdirect@etv.co.za.
Or chat to us on Twitter and Facebook at eNews Direct.
Until next time, good night.